What is going on, everyone? It's Officials, and today I am kicking off the brand new GoW Legends series. I have a very special guest with me, so I think you guys will be excited. I've got some great things in store for the GoW Legends series, and let's go ahead and get started. So say what's up, Mr. Yamimash.
Hello. I am very honored to be on this series because I haven't done a video on Gears of War in some time with anyone besides Landon. It's just been me and Landon for the past, like, I don't know how many months. So it's really special for me to do something like this.
Keeping it snarky, huh?
Oh yeah, keeping it very snarky.
Gotta love Landon, gotta love that guy. Okay, man, so let's go ahead and get started. So sometime back, I think it was at your 300,000 sub video, I think, one of your vlogs, you stated that you originally started YouTube to upload, was it piano bits? So,
that is right.
So what got you into the gaming industry?
Okay, well, I've been playing gaming, or playing the console gaming, since I was a kid. Since I was 4 years old. I used to play like the Super Nintendo, the Sega Mega Drive, all those old retro consoles. And I was doing gaming as I grew up throughout my childhood. When it came to playing the more next-gen consoles like the Xbox 360 and the PlayStation 3 and actually recording it, that came about when I signed up onto YouTube and I saw people recording their gameplay footage. So I wanted to do the same thing they did, especially with the Gears community itself, because the first Gears of War montage I ever watched was Calmosity's final montage, and that was back in 2008, I think, just as Gears of War 2 was released, and that was a really amazing montage for me, and it really changed my whole view on everything. Like, I watched that and I thought this guy was amazing, and I wanted to do the same thing he did, and I thought I was pretty good at the game too. Like, I could hit sit blind fires and get lots of sniper kills. So I bought a Dazzle, and I got the Dazzle and I connected it up, and I was really excited, really pumped, and then it just didn't work. Like, it wasn't working. It didn't respond. The software, I can't remember what it's called now because it was a long time ago, wasn't picking up the Dazzle, and I stuck it in my cupboard and I didn't touch it for months and months, and then finally, about 4 or 5 months later, the thought hit me, maybe it wasn't the Dazzle, maybe it was actually the laptop. So I connected it to my computer instead, and it worked, and that's how I started recording my Gears of War videos.
Oh man, so you could have started a few months sooner. No, I'm kidding.
Oh yeah, I could have started 2000 and I think I posted my first Gears of War video 2009. But I got my Dazzle in 2008, so yeah, I could have started quite a bit sooner than that, but obviously, you know, I had those issues.
Gotta love technology, man. All right, and talking to other fellow YouTubers and stuff, so you were an original founder of Nova, is that correct?
Yes, that's right.
Okay, and what motivated you to start Nova? Was that something that was pre-Chaos? Were you in Chaos? Did you? How did that go about?
Well, I'm really good in real life friends with Nova Meister or Mitch, and we was in a Skype call a long time ago now. Whenever Nova was founded, I can't remember the exact date, but I was in a Skype call with him, and there was somebody else in the call. I think it was Callum, who's another friend of mine in real life, and he brought up the idea of making some type of Gears of War team, and I said, okay, I have no problem backing it. But back then, I didn't really have much time to make videos onto the channel, so I said to him specifically, I won't be able to produce much content, but I'll help promote it and stuff. So we formed Nova, and I helped recruit some people, and he recruited some people, and we started the clan. And then I was in it for the first couple of months, but then I just never really did anything. So I ended up, I don't know if I got kicked or if I just left. I think it was like, I think I just said to Mitch that I can't really do it anymore, and that's how it happened. So it was like a small thing for me, but yeah, I don't know. Nova's still going on, right?
Yeah, they're not very active at this point in time. I think a lot of people just lost motivation, and that's just kind of across the board. But yeah, I believe they're still active. I know Mitch went to Chaos, so he's back with Chaos now.
Okay.
So yeah, it doesn't seem like Nova is doing very much these days. But on the flip side, with Nova being started, was a huge impact on the community. I mean, I remember back before I started recording, man, Nova was huge for me. Nova, Chaos, I mean, the whole spiel. So it definitely left a lasting impact on the community. So, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think clans have done a lot for the community. And now when I think about Gears, I just think about the top clans. I think about Chaos, I think about ESS, I think about Nova, and I don't know if they're all still competing, right? Like they still have this rivalry between them.
Uh, well, most of it is probably with Chaos, S, and Avenge. I would say more probably Chaos and Avenge. Essence kind of seems a little bit kind of distant. I mean, they're still really, really involved in the community, but as far as a competition thing, I really don't see that a whole lot.
Okay,
So
okay.
it has changed a little bit, I feel. I could be wrong, but
I remember founding Chaos with like Burr and Alec. That was funny how that went about. I may as well tell you that since I told you how Nova went about.
heck yeah, man.
Lightbutter once again came up with the idea, and he said about an idea about forming a clan with all the big the Gears of War YouTubers, and he said how that everybody was just doing it for themselves, and it was like an individual kind of thing. And there wasn't really a big clan. Like in Call of Duty, you had like Team FaZe and Optic, and it was like a unity and a group of people, and all the big best players recording their montages and their commentaries and posting it on one channel, and it's like a collaborative kind of thing. And he said he wanted that in the Gears of War community, so I supported him on the idea. I was the one who came up with the name Chaos, so I am the founder of the name, so I'm proud of that.
Well,
I literally typed in on Google words beginning no 4-letter words, and I just scrolled through a massive list of 4-letter words because the clan tag had to be less than 5 letters, because the clan tag space like butter would be 15 characters with 4 letters, and that's the max amount of characters you could have on Xbox, so we couldn't have a 5-letter clan tag. So Chaos came up, and it was wow, I saw Chaos and it was like Kaos. I was like, that's brilliant, sounds perfect.
and here they are.
And there we go. And it's a shame now that I think me, Alec, Lightbutter, and Landon are no longer in Chaos. But it's nice to know that the clan's still going. I'm happy that, because I know back then it was like Gearsopedia was still kind of going, but they were really inactive. And it was nice to have some type of channel that was active every single day, putting out really good montages that could kind of, I would say, replace Gearsopedia, because from what I see now, and I do check up every now and then on the Gears community, like Gearsopedia is just they've pretty much stopped completely now, and it's a real shame because they had around 40,000 subscribers before Gears of War 3 was released, and then when the game was released, they didn't really capitalize on the popularity of the game in the first few months, and because of that, they kind of dropped off a bit. And I think the problem is they were a bit too picky on their uploads. Like the montages they upload had to be extraordinary, and I think that kind of attitude, it makes it difficult because firstly the Gears community is well small compared to the COD and the Halo communities, so being picky is very difficult with a smaller community, because in COD and the other big popular games there's way more montages to choose from, whereas in Gears of War there's a much smaller amount of montages to pick to upload onto a community channel like that.
Right, and one thing cool that I saw from Chaos is something that you guys founded and established. There was clans that came out of that. I mean, you got Avenge. A lot of the kind of bigger name clans today was derived from players in Chaos. So the impact you guys made on the community is just ridiculous as far as growing it, getting montages popular. I mean, even things that you guys did, food challenges, all that fun stuff. That's
the food challenges, man! Oh man, that was the best idea ever. I remember I saw a Call of Duty video by a what's her name? It's White Boy 7 Street's girlfriend, K-pop, and she did, or it might have been Wings of Redemption, but one of those two did a hot sauce challenge where every time they died on Call of Duty, they took like a spoon or a chug of hot sauce, and I was like, I want to do this with Gears of War, so I started off with the hot sauce videos, and then I went into the food challenge videos with Landon with the dual webcam, and I'm pretty sure me and Landon were the first people to ever do dual gameplay, dual webcam, like the 4 screens uploaded on YouTube.
seriously.
I'm pretty sure. I remember doing it with like butter, but I don't know if the food challenge came first or the video with like butter came first. But this was literally a beginning on YouTube where no other person or game did like the 4 screens with the dual webcams. So it was like a whole new innovation kind of thing.
Which is awesome because you can see both gameplays, and so you've got 2 different opportunities to follow.
You got both reactions from the people and both the gameplays.
Right. Yeah, that was brilliant. All right. Well, with that said about Chaos, now I remember the video that you actually put out about leaving Chaos. And I know that was probably a really hard decision. This is something you helped found. This is something that you put a lot of time into.
Yeah.
But you just felt the need to leave. And in the end, it did contribute a lot to your success. You expanded out to
Mm,
multi-gaming, now doing scary games, as probably
mm.
everybody knows. And but do you ever miss the times that you spent in chaos? All the moments. I'm sure there's probably memories and stuff. But as
Mm.
far as, do you miss the whole sense of being in a clan, or do you like the kind of self independence thing?
Well, of course, I miss all the moments we had together with my clanmates. Um, we shared a lot of moments and we did a lot of series together. For example, we did the Rage Targes, which were a lot of fun. And then we did like the whole Chaos Going Ham and all these type of videos. And even recording montages had such a fulfillment to it when you made a good montage and you uploaded it onto YouTube and people saw it and you got the good comments and all the likes and the support. But when I went individual, and it was a tough decision, like you said, I thought to myself that being a part of Chaos, kind of, because it's been going for a little while then. I think it would have been at least 6 months by that point before I decided to make the decision. If I wanted to go into multiple gaming or posting videos on other stuff, I had to leave a clan that was dedicated to one game. I didn't want to be in Chaos and then to expand to other games because then I'll be remembered as the guy from Chaos in Gears of War, and I wanted to branch out. So it was a tough decision, and I did upset a few people, and I know me and Drew had a little bit of a falling out over it, but obviously we made up after a few days. It was nothing too serious, and yeah, it did benefit me a lot not long afterwards. And I will say that a big burden was taken off my shoulders because I had a lot of responsibility being one of the co-leaders in terms of keeping up with the timetable, making sure people were posting their videos, posting videos myself, if there was any arguments or falling out, or if somebody wanted to join the clan. And we always had like a lack of editors back then because it was hard to get a lot of good editors. So there was a lot of responsibility. So when I left the clan, it really allowed me to breathe for the first time in a while because I had a lot less to focus on. I could just specifically focus on my channel.
Right. And on top of that, I'm sure you're busy probably with life and stuff. And I can just say firsthand, being in a clan, it's a big responsibility because you've got, for instance, if you're a player, you've got an obligation to make montages, and as we both know, it's
Mm.
you got to put your sweatbands on and your mittens
Oh yeah.
and go to town.
And it can make you very angry. Hence all the rage charges that came out of me. I mean, I got mad when I got screwed on a clip or I got screwed on a gameplay. I got very upset.